Now, we all know the thrill of grinding through levels and chasing down the final boss. But what happens when those pixelated heroes leave the comfort of your console and land smack dab in the middle of your TV screen? The result would be animated series. Obviously, I do love video games, so that's where you've been hiding. Where exactly are you? Ah, you found me, damn it. What time is it? It's 6:10. Okay, what's the date? It's a bit of a weird question. If you must know, it's the 16th of November. No, it's not. The date is actually September 2025. What do you mean? It's November 2024. What are you on about? No, it's not. It's September 2025. Trust me, I definitely know this. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. More importantly, what are you talking about? Cartoons based on video games? Oh, really? In that case, I better join you. Well then, join both of us today as we take a look at some of the cartoons based on video games. You are so cringy. Let's kick things off with a character that we all know and love. I'm of course referring to Donkey Kong.
Nice.
When it comes to Donkey Kong Country, it's a legendary Super Nintendo game that introduced us to the lush jungles of DK Island, and eventually it would go on to get its very own animated series. And let me tell you, it was just as bananas as the game. Released in the late 90s, this 3D animated show followed Donkey Kong, Diddy Kong and the rest of the gang as they protected their precious banana hoard from the evil King K. Rool. The animation may not have aged well, but it's the memories. The memories.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Now, moving on to one of the fastest and most iconic characters in gaming history. I'm of course referring to Sonic the Hedgehog. The Sonic franchise brought us more than one animated show, but let's talk about the one that really stands out, Sonic the Hedgehog, also known as Sonic Sat.AM. Unlike the more light-hearted Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, Sonic Sat.AM had real drama. It was dark and intense, and it gave our speedy blue hero a much deeper role than just collecting rings. Sonic became a full-on freedom fighter, battling against the evil Dr. Robotnik, who's already enslaved most of Mobius. The themes of Sonic Sat.AM also hit a little different too. It made you feel the weight of what Sonic was up against. The storytelling, the atmosphere, and even the relationships between the characters gave us a Sonic show that felt ahead of its time.
You're goddamn right.
Now, if you're in the mood for something totally off the wall, you can't forget Earthworm Jim. The game itself was already bizarre, but when the Earthworm Jim animated series hit TV screens, it took that quirky weirdness and cranked it up even further. It was packed with silly humour and even more crazy villains like Psycho and Queen Slug for a butt. But what made Earthworm Jim so fun was how self-aware and ridiculous it actually was. Every episode was full of goofy one-liners and tons of fourth wall breaking moments that had us laughing out loud. For anyone who loved the game, the show was a perfect match. And honestly, who didn't want to see Jim pull off another amazing victory while cracking a ridiculous joke?
Groovy!
Anyway, let's jump into the world of the Street Fighter series, which followed the game's iconic fighters. You know, Guile, Ryu and Ken, as well as Chun-Li and more, as they took on the evil M. Bison and his Shadow Loot organisation. The show itself was all about the personal journeys of the characters, especially Guile. But it wasn't just about beating the bad guys. It dove into the motivations, as well as the rivalries and even the friendships between these fighters. It might not have been as flashy as some of the games, but it brought the heart of Street Fighter to life in a way that kept us coming back each and every week. For fans of the Street Fighter series, this show was a must-watch. In fact, I believe there was an animated series. It's definitely one I need to take a look at.
Yes!
And of course, we can't forget about Mortal Kombat Defenders of the Realm. Ah yes, a classic. If you thought the Mortal Kombat games were intense, the animated series brought the same high energy action, but without all the gory fatalities. And while the show toned down the violence, it was still packed with intense battles that felt just as thrilling as the games. Although for fans of the games, this show was a roundabout way in diving deep into the Mortal Kombat mythology. Although I will admit, Sonya Blade's combat time really does my head in. Oh come on, it's not that bad, is it? Oh really? Well, how about this?
Combat time! Combat time! Combat time! Combat time!
What? Why am I friends with you? We can't talk about animated game adaptations without mentioning Double Dragon. While the games are all about button mashing your way through waves of enemies, the show gave us a deeper look at the relationship between the brothers and the challenges that they would face in the fight for justice. And there you have it, some of the best animated series based on video games. And now I think about it, these shows weren't just adaptations, they were a bridge between the digital worlds of the characters we love and the stories we craved for. Whether you were zipping through MOBAs with Sonic, cracking jokes with Earthworm Jim, or swinging through the jungle with Donkey Kong, all of these shows were more than just Saturday morning entertainment. They were extensions of the adventures that we experienced in the games. In fact, they took us beyond the screen, adding layers to the characters and the worlds that we know so well. So whether you're a die-hard fan of these classics, or you're just hearing about them for the very first time, let's all remember that the best adventures don't always end when you put down the controller, because sometimes they live on in the stories that we keep on watching, long after the game is over. Anyway, come back next time as I take a look at the most controversial games of the 80s and 90s. Thank you so much for watching, and press play to continue. Gotcha! What are you doing? It's either see you next game or press play to continue. You can't have both. Well, considering it's my video, I can say what I like. Yeah, right, whatever. Either way, I'm going to figure out how to travel through time and come where you are. But more importantly, press play to continue. Oh, oh, he almost made me swear. But anyway, enough of him. Come back next time where I take a look at the most controversial video games of the 80s and 90s. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next game.